buying or not.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins. I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original... My family is in the ore business too. But business has been suffering ever since the chasm. We now have a backlog. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and so that's what the hairpins were. But now that I've lost the hair...
Why does Paimon...
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but...
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow.
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here.
Let me see. That's right! Yanfei said's true. Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are... Furthermore, the contract also and given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite...
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Jucho looks like she's about to faint. However, all of... Did you really have to pause before... Whichever way you look at... Except that if we found the hairpins...
Please. Please, Don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost however much it is, now that it's come to the...
Yes, legally. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow.
What did I feel? Well, my family has seen much jade pass through its hands.
Smooth to the... No, it's nothing. Pavilion. Best Lee food in town.
Let's see some action.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you... You lost them?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mora! Do you have...
It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
I should open a store here.
My friend.
Cek cek. Cek cek. Oh ada.
Incoming! Hey!
Could that be She's boat?
Susu? I'm exhausted. Should I save this money or invest it?
Ad Astra. Ad Astra. In adventuring, as in business, always have to... Seize the opportunity while it's there.
To our success. Let me tell you how. How it is. Made another handsome sum today? I can't believe the well got polluted.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may...
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and...
Could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in the world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yanfei.
Oh,
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Anywhere commissioned but not bound by a...
I understand.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. And I'll also need your signatures on page...
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and...
I've had a read through.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently... Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry... Also, the idea of someone abusing the... But again, let's not dwell on this. Ha! I've got it! If Mr. Crossell had his...
Why, hello there, honored customers. Well,
No, nothing of the sort.
Snezhnaya... That was the first time. He was quite generous with his money. Why, yes.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a...
Yes. I've heard it said that...
A thin layer...
If you must see for your...
Is that so, did you find anything? So they really...
There's nothing special to it. It just... These two stones actually look... There may be only a sub... And I'm sure...
All right, let's focus.
But never mind.
Unusual actions...
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Miss Yen.
If you could just confirm...
Yes.
Then I have no further...
Of course.
Oh, I have this document show...
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that...
With this hard evidence to...
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry... Aha! Got it!
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people... As you know, Leo... But the amendments... As such...
So you help...
Yes, well...
You...
You sound surprised. Knowing... Oh, this has enough...
Again with that...
Well, that's that then.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell. Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yes, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. This order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's...
Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to confirm...
Yes, I'm sure Mr. Crossell was... I also kept a copy for my own records. The inlaid gems...
Thank you, Sinksy. Now...
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a mind...
Why is everyone's first reaction...
I believe we have almost all...
The weirdo with the...
Because only once we have this...
My, to what do I owe the pleasure?
And if it isn't
No.
Smaragdus, the Seven Mountain, it is abundant. Anyway, I suppose
That is indeed the case.
no trouble at all. It's the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus jade. But after I wonder, you're too.
Or does it feel...
We have the evidence we need. You give, you receive.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation?
Yes, my
Wonderful.
Of course, Mr. Crossell.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay?
Not at all. Now, the
Material? I spent a...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to start with evidence from the Jade Mystery. Clearly, you still have a few things to learn about this aspect of legal proceedings. If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine, we need to... This is a processing record from...
Seriously? In any case...
That's an
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as...
Ugh. Looks like hard evidence. Something legally binding. Oh, come on. I meant the backup cop...
This document...
Our second You know...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall serve as decisive proof of our case. I'm referring to the affidavit signed by Dr. Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. Now, if you would be so kind as to bring... I'm referring to the affidavit signed by Dr. Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. Now, I'm referring to the affidavit signed by Dr. Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. Now,
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period, Mr. Crossell. No idea, you say? I'm afraid that, however, don't worry, Mr. I trust that you'll give...
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins...
Aren't actually in You do, Mr. Crossell.
Can't be seriously
I admit it. But I'm a victim in all of this too. But after receiving it, and I went to Boo. That's why I had another pair. I kept the real Smar. I was worried that someone would see through it.
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal...
I didn't... If word got out...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there.
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according...
20%? That's a...
Even if the However, Mr.
What?
Miss Yunfei.
Well,
Thanks so much.
Oh, come on. Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has...
Actually, I could see from the hair pit if we could join...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents.
The right solution depends on your perspective. The objective of my client, Miss Rich and Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by the title of Adept in any case. Don't you think that the Liyue...
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely...
Well, since we got what we came for...
you've returned. Good.
Well, if we're all...
Oh, you.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you I've been looking into...
Come now, child.
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond. Indeed. All right, then.
Oh, Paimon's so excited!
There we go. This Serenity Pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well.
Wait a minute,
Oh.
An adventure.
Wow! This teapot, huh? But there's just a... Hey! Still. Oh, wait a...
Wow, it seems...
It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, Oh, call me.
So you're the...
Madam, you may leave. Your journey may be far, though it is thus. You may consider... Now, have you any... As long as you have a blueprint...
Blueprint?
Yes, these are the... Just commit the... Then simply...
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside...
I doubt it. He said... This world is not
a golden eye.
I hardly remember myself. Well, let's not. If there's an...